You know, I'm tired of all the negativity. All right, I am tired of so-called boxing fans coming on here and being so negative. I'm tired of the negativity. I am. This negativity is getting old. I mean, look how we're closing the year. Boxing is closing the year. It's like right now, boxing. I mean, boxing has had one of its best. If boxing was a pitcher, all right, it'd be having a perfect game right now, right? If boxing was a pitcher, it'd be having a perfect game right now, man, right? Right now, boxing's closing out the year like Mariano Rivera. That's right. That's what we're doing, right? We're closing the year with style, with all these amazing matchups that guys like Coach don't want to talk about, right? October 28th, Laredo, Texas, and Unimas. In Texas, I'm going to show you how this is worldwide, baby. Eric De Leon, like a lion, is going to fight Aldemar Dos Santos. Look at that fight. 8 rounds of amazing action that guys like Coach and guys that are so negative don't want to talk and hype up and do videos about and talk about and get everybody excited about. Why? Why don't you talk about these fights? In Calgary, I mean, we're going from Texas to Canada. Now think about that. And you're trying to tell me it's a slow year? They got fights in Texas and they got fights in Canada. Logan McGuinness, like fucking Guinness. It's just worldwide, bro. It's like the fucking Guinness beer, all right? Versus, okay, Noel Rincon. Look at that. It's like a white dude versus a Hispanic. It's worldwide. It's worldwide, right? Look at all this action. This is in one day. October 29th, the very next day, all right? It's literally the next day on Integrated Sports pay-per-view. This shit's pay-per-view, okay? This is in San Juan. This is in Puerto Rico. In 2 days, we went from Texas to California. Now we're going to Puerto Rico because boxing's worldwide, baby. It's alive and well. It's the best year it's ever had in history, right? They weren't fighting Puerto Rico that much back in the 40s and shit, were they? I don't know, but not like this. Not one day after the other. You could have streamed the shit. There was no pay-per-view back then either, right? Check this out, right? Juan Manuel Lopez versus Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. 12 rounds. They're going to give you 12 rounds, and yet you don't want to talk about that fight. Why did you want to talk about that fight? Talk about the fight. Come on, Coach. You got to talk about these fights. On that same day, in Los Cabos, Mexico, look at this. And we're going to Mexico in back-to-back days. We go to Mexico. This is sports unbelievable. What an unbelievable year this has been. This is just 2 days. 2 days of unbelievable, boxing action. Cesar Juarez, Pacific, 10 rounds, junior featherweights. I mean, look at the junior featherweight divisions. Woo! It's on fire. Look at this shit. Holy shit. I mean, I ain't even playing with you. I'm not even. You got junior featherweights fighting in Mexico, junior featherweights fighting in fucking Puerto Rico. I mean, you got junior featherweights fighting all over the place, worldwide. It's worldwide, baby. It's worldwide. You also got in Gomez Palacio, Mexico, Christian Mijares versus Shaul Kawahima. Look at that shit. Worldwide, baby. It's just worldwide. And at Tepic, Mexico, look at they got boxing matches everywhere. The sport's alive and well. This is proof. Look at this. Jose Argumedo versus Jose Antonio Jimenez for the IBF strawweight title. Yet I don't see anybody talking about this in the YTVC. What is anybody talking about this shit? Why is nobody hyping this shit up? This is exciting shit. I mean, we're very invested in Jose Arguemedo versus Jose Antonio Jimenez. Now, I understand the sport of boxing has done a crappy job of promoting, but it's our jobs as fans. We got to push it. We got to find this shit. We got to go out of our way and find these matchups and find the schedule. And you don't know how to watch this fight? Well, find a way to stream it. Go out of your way to stream it. I mean, come on, this is what real boxing fans do. And we got to start talking about all these fights. Look at the unbelievable fights. Look at these fights. God, I love this fight. You want more proof that boxing's alive and well? They're also going to be fighting in Russia. All right? That's right. They're fighting in Russia too. Dmitry Bivol versus Abdallah Pasikatapaswasi. All right, look at that shit. That's right. You know, if you have a hard time pronouncing that shit, like, you know, those dudes can fight, right? Like, you know that shit. All right, like 10 rounds, light heavyweight. Look at the light heavyweight division. The light heavyweight division is on fire. Okay, the light heavyweight division's on fire. That's right. All right, look at this shit. Unbelievable. You got featherweights fighting in Russia, junior welterweights fighting in Russia, junior middleweights fighting in Russia. Look, Russia's on fire. Oh, I got to give it to Russia. All right, but look at this. Super middleweights, junior welterweights, it's on fire. Look at this shit. I mean, look at the way we're closing out October with all these different divisions fighting and all these world-class fighters that just reek of attention. Reek. I mean, they just, how can we not pay attention to how can you not gravitate? How can it not be? How can it not be something that you don't gravitate towards? Huh? How can it not be the magnet to your metal? The magnet to your metal, people. Say it with me, the magnet to your metal. That's my new term, by the way, the magnet to your fucking metal, right? Whoa, look at these fights. Unbelievable. I don't even know where to watch these fights. Like, there's really no way to watch it, but you will find it on YouTube. Real boxing fans will find it on YouTube, pretend that they were really into it, and we're going to just go out of our way to tell people about it. That's right. We're going to California November 4th, baby. Right? California love. You know what I mean? Like, this is the worldwide stuff here. All right? Look at this. Taras Shevchuk versus Jaime Herrera. 10 rounds of welterweight division. I mean, the welterweight division. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You got cruiserweights fighting in that card. Okay, you got lightweights fighting in that card. Look at this. In Los Angeles, that same day. Look at that. There's 2 fight cards in California, November 4th. And you're saying boxing is not doing well? What sport are you guys watching? Look at this. On Estrella TV. All you got to do is learn Espanol. And you're set. Just go. They have, like, the whole, like, learning new language type of stuff. You can do it. If you're a real boxing fan, you'll do it. Okay? No excuses. Real boxing fans will go through pains. You got to learn Japanese, Russian, and Mexican to watch some of these fights, okay? To even understand what the fuck the commentators are saying. But you got to do what you got to do. You go and you learn these languages if you're a real boxing fan. But there's no excuses. None. Los Angeles, all right? Manuel Avila versus Jose Ramirez, 10 rounds. Featherweights. Oh, man. Look at it. Look. Oh, shit. Emilio Sanchez versus Dihul Olguin. Junior feather. Did I not tell you that the junior featherweights are running? Look at all these fights. They're fighting in California. They're fighting in Texas, in Russia, and Puerto Rico, and Mexico. They're fighting everywhere. I mean, these junior featherweights, the fact that guys like Coach can't come on here and talk about the junior featherweights that are just on fire, it's unbelievable. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I just don't. Right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right, look. I mean, look at all these fights, man. In Las Vegas, holy shit, the same day in Las Vegas. I mean, we're in California, we're in Vegas. Okay, Casey Ramos versus Andy Vences, 10 rounds, junior lightweights. What's with the juniors, huh? I mean, these junior divisions are really on fire. I could tell. Wow. November 5th. Oh, ho, 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 whoa, whoa. There's no, I'm done. I rest my case, folks. Jesse Vargas versus Manny Pacman. Pacquiao. Look at this. This is unbelievable. What a card. I mean, Top Rank is just spoiling us. I mean, how could a boxing fan possibly complain about this? I mean, yeah, you got to pay for it. It's Top Rank pay-per-view, you know. You got to pay for it. You got to fork out your own money for it. But I mean, this is pampering. I mean, people talk about the Don King cards from back. No. It's all bullshit. This is where it's at right here. Jesse Vargas versus Manny Pacquiao. Have you seen the poster for that fight? It says the legend, or no, the icon, something like that, versus the champ. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so clever too. I mean, this fight. Oh, this fight. I don't even know what to say about this fight. I mean, they're spoiled. Boxing is spoiling us on November 4th. And in November 5th, I mean, you don't even have to translate Russian, Spanish, or Japanese. They're going to do it in English for you. They're going to broadcast this shit in English for you. And you're complaining? I mean, come on. Look at this shit. Oh, Oscar Valdez versus Hiroshi Osawa. Oh, my God. That's it. I rest my case. It's over. This is unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. And it's a 12-round fight. You're getting back-to-back 12-round fights. Title fights. Featherweight title. It's not quite super. All right? But it's almost there. You're almost getting that. All right? This is unbelievable. Zhou Shiming. Oh, Zhou Shiming. They're giving you Zhou Shiming on pay-per-view, and you guys are complaining. Acting like your boxing's doing nothing for you. Look, Top Rank is pampering you with Zhou Shiming versus Prasektak Popoem. Okay, look at this. A flyweight title. You're getting flyweight titles, junior featherweight. You're getting featherweight. Oh, junior featherweight. Look at this, junior featherweight. That junior featherweight is on fire. Okay, I don't even know what to say, man. Junior featherweight has to be they're giving you a junior featherweight title match, or just junior featherweight match in general, just week after week after week. This is amazing. I mean, look at this. Oh my God. Nonito Donaire. You're getting Nonito Donaire. I rest my case. This is it. You guys have nothing to complain about. You got Nonito Donaire on pay-per-view. For free. Look at this. Well, not for free, but you're paying for Pacquiao. So you pay for Pacquiao, all right? So everything else is free when you really think about it. This is pampering right here. You're getting pampered, right? This is called Top Rank pampering you. Look at this. Nonito Donaire versus Jesse Magdaleno. 12 rounds for the junior featherweight title. Oh my God, junior featherweight. What boxing is doing with the junior featherweight division. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is just unbelievable. In fact, I think this is the best 2 weeks of junior featherweight fights ever. I mean, this is up there. It's got to be up there. Just junior featherweight fight, junior featherweight, and then junior featherweight title fight for free on a Top Rank pay-per-view. Oh, this is unbelievable. This you can't beat this, right? You can't beat this. You just can't. On that same day, Morristown, New Jersey, getting Joe Hank versus Nick Guivas. Look at that, a heavyweight fight in New Jersey. All right, this is worldwide, baby. You got fights in Germany? Oh, this is. I've already rested my case, but this is unbelievable. That same day, you're getting Giovanni De Carolis versus Tyron Zug, and it's for the WA regular super middleweight title. You're getting a regular super middleweight title on that day. No way to really watch it, but if you go out, you'll find a way to watch it, all right? And look at this. This is how brilliant boxing is, okay? Jack Colt K versus Demetrius Andrade, 12 rounds for the WBA regular junior lightweight title. Look at this. This is unbelievable, right? You're getting fights in Poland. Oh, if you get a fight in Poland, I mean, if you get a fight in, you know, Poland's where it's at. Like, everybody knows that. If you're fighting in Poland, like, you're alive and well. I mean, this is, you don't do fights in Poland if your sport's not doing well. Okay, you got fights in Northern Ireland. You got fights in freaking in Florida, Washington. It's unbelievable. November 10th, okay, in Washington, D.C., if you happen to be around Washington, D.C., you get to watch Daniel Franco versus Derek Murray. Right? We got fights in France, people. Cedric V2 versus Isaac Riel. Look at that. So you got to learn French, too. Like, it's the way it is, man. It's the way it is. Look at this. Look, I don't understand what all the complaints about. I don't understand, man. The sport is doing perfectly fine. Don't allow guys like Coach to tell you that the sport's not doing well, okay? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. The sport is doing perfectly fine. The junior, okay, featherweight division is on fire, okay? It's freaking on fire. I mean, this is the best 2 weeks of junior middleweight championship history. Okay? The sport is alive. The sport is well, right? And that's that. let me be serious for a moment, or not really, but check it out, okay? Check it out. Let me just put it this way to you. Boxing's not alive and well. Okay, it's not doing great. We're not having one of the best years in the history of boxing. Okay. And even if it was, you know, nobody's watching it. So, very few people are watching boxing nowadays. We have way too many boxing fans living in their own little bubble, that don't understand that if you were to, for example, just randomly go to the bar or randomly go to the club, right, and just ask people who some of these fighters today are, that they'll have no idea who the hell you're talking about. And if you decide to tell them a little bit about them, they'll proceed to tell you the interest. They don't care, okay? No one is motivated when it comes. Boxing fans are not motivated about the sport. They're not, you know, intrigued with the sport, right? That's the reality. That's the truth. And you come out, right, and you know who you are. You could come out, you could do a video, and you could say, oh, guys like DStyle. You know what bothers me? Guys like DStyle who come out here and they're always so fucking negative. Now, you come out, you could do that if you want, okay? And you're going to get people in the comment sections that don't like me, so they'll just agree with you, okay? And you all could do this little game of pretend, where you pretend with one another that this has been one of the greatest years in the history of boxing, where you could pretend that we have seen some historic events in the sport of boxing this year. Because if you're, look, I'm not about playing pretend, right? Not me. I watch things for entertainment that play pretend. Okay, like movies and shows and professional wrestling and stuff like that. But I myself, in my real life, I don't like to play pretend. I don't like to play pretend with myself, okay? And I'm not going to fool myself. I'm not going to lie to myself just to make myself feel better about the sport. That's not going to happen, all right? If you believe that this year has been unbelievable, then, I mean, I guess that's your opinion, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you when you say that you think this has been an unbelievable year for boxing, right? And setting your opinion aside, right? can you please explain to me why ratings in boxing just flat out suck? Why people are just not watching it? Can you explain to me why at one time when Kessler Kawasaki had the lowest watched world championship boxing ever and everybody called it a failure, can you explain to me why HBO would die at those type of numbers today? Can you explain to me why the boxing budget has fell so much? Why was it about 120, 130 million boxing budget, right? Or was it 112, something like that? But if you factor in inflation, the boxing budget in the 1999 today would be about $180 million, and why it's just over 30 million today. Can you explain that to me? If the sport is alive and it's so well and it's so vibrant and so many people are into boxing, I mean, the number of kids that are they're just showing up in droves. I mean, it's boxing gyms don't even know what to do with themselves with all the kids showing up in droves, right? I mean, boxing coaches need to drive around in school buses to pick up all their, to pick up all the kids, to take it to the boxing gym because they're showing up in droves. They don't even know what to do. I mean, there's a long waiting list just to get in the boxing gym. I mean, if you want to join the boxing gym today, I mean, you have to get in a waiting list, and it takes 5 months to get approved because that's how lucrative it is. It's just get in the boxing gym, and it's just so unbelievable. I mean, we don't have Golden Gloves where kids show up and they're just given the #1 prize. So there's nobody else in the division for them to fight. That's not happening at all. That's not happening whatsoever, right? That's just a figment of my imagination. Okay. States aren't getting together, all right, and combining their Golden Gloves because of the amount of, non-participation that's going on when it comes to youth boxing. That's just a figment of my imagination. That is not happening, right? MMA and UFC, it's just not growing in popularity. While MMA gyms are actually growing and they are showing up in droves, and there's a lot of kids that want to be MMA fighters. Okay, that's just a figment of my imagination as well, right? That's not a reality. What I'm going to do is just to feel better about myself. I'm going to put myself in a bubble, get together with my, my bubble friends, and I'm just going to pretend. I'm going to pretend that everything is great, that boxing is doing as good as it ever has been, and that we are just in the apex of it. I mean, this is a renaissance of boxing, and kids are just showing up. When you look at the demographics and the ratings and the old crowd that is watching boxing, it's not a young crowd. That's just an agenda, apparently. It's just rigged that way. They're just making it that way because there's just an agenda against boxing, right? So I don't care what it is you say or what you post, okay, and what playing pretend game you have going on. Okay, but the reality is that the sport is falling in popularity. That's the reality. That's just the truth. Tell me whether there's a surge in boxing in the United States. There isn't. And if you don't know the importance of that and significance of that, then I don't know what to tell you. All right? I don't know what to tell you. This is where the money's at because they all fight here. Right? If this wasn't where it's at, a lot of these dudes wouldn't be fighting here. They'll be fighting in their own fucking country, right? So while you could see pockets of popularity rising in boxing in certain areas, first of all, like anything, there's peaks and there's valleys. But the reality is this, okay? The reality is things are not looking good for the sport, all right? The budget is $30 million today for HBO. It's probably going to be less next year, right? Whatever the budget for Showtime is now, it may or may not go up. It may go down. But we see where the sport's going, right? And it's not good. No one's saying it's not fixable, but you're not going to cure a problem if you don't admit there's a problem. If you think this is one of the best years in boxing's history, I really don't know what to tell you. You're living in a fantasy world. You just are. Anyone, any reasonable person that's been watching boxing for over 20 years knows this is nowhere near being one of the best years in boxing's history. Right? Everybody knows it. And whether you admit it to yourself or you don't, most of the people saying that have been watching boxing for a couple years. Okay? And you could tell. And the ones that are joining in on that is because they're joining in with that crowd because no one takes them serious other than them, and they want to fit in with somebody, and they've gotten stuck in that bubble. That's what's going on, right? That's the reality. That's the reality, right? And you could talk about the popularity. Look, right now the model of boxing. The model of it is going to be problematic. No matter where it rises in popularity, all right, they're going to notice the same problems we've noticed here. And it's not going to be good. I hope whoever's listening understands this. Capiche? Right? I hope you understand. This is not me having an agenda or do you really believe, like I have a YouTube channel called DStyleBoxing. I came on YouTube with enthusiasm to talk about the sport. That's why I came on YouTube. I want to be enthusiastic. And there's going to be weeks where you don't hear this from me. Like as we get closer to Ward Kovalev, I'm going to be very, very focused on that fight, excited about that fight, right? We're going to have good weeks, bad weeks, but this is not it's not been a good year. Overall, it hasn't been it's whether you want to argue whether it's been a good year or bad year, that's your prerogative. But when I hear people say this has been one of the best years in the history of boxing, they're either ignorant or they're fucking lying to themselves. There's no other way around it. I cannot take statements like that serious. I can't. How could he take that serious when everybody knows that's not true? Like, you're trolling when you say it, right? Or you just didn't watch boxing all those other years. Like it's one or the other. Like I know it is. And everybody listening to this knows it. Now you can't come out, you can't say, well, no, it's just DStyle just feels disenfranchised. Really? I'm the one that feels this. How? Is there a fight that I was devastated about? Name me the fight where the fighter that I really pushed lost, and I'm still hell-bent on that fight. I'm still trying to convince people of a different narrative about the fight. Name the fight. Most of the big fights I've been right about the prediction, so it's not about me being disenfranchised or feeling like this, an issue here. That's not what it is at all. Okay? It's just this sport has a lot of problems. It has a lot of problems, right? And we have to if we can't diagnose the problem, accept the problem, then it's never going to get fixed. That's just the reality, right? So yes, I am giving boxing the silent treatment right now. It doesn't deserve my fucking attention. It's done nothing in the last few weeks to make me just go out of my way to talk about this. I'm not a boxing promoter. I'm not a boxing surrogate. I don't get paid by any boxing promoter or to come on here and talk about the sport. I come here on my free time. So when I come on here, it's my free time. I could talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if boxing just isn't interesting to me, I'm just not going to talk about it. It's simple as that. It's supply and demand, people. There's very little demand for boxing right now. And it's boxing's fucking fault. Okay, so drop that fucking mic. Peace.